In a quiet fishing village by the blue Caribbean Sea, there lived a young boy named Luca. He was no ordinary boy. Luca had the heart of a dreamer and the spirit of the sea. Every morning, while other children helped their parents sell fish, Luca would sit on the rocks near the shore, gazing at the horizon where the sky met the water. His eyes were always searching for something his heart longed for. Luca's father had been a fisherman, brave and kind. But one night, years ago, his father had gone sailing during a storm, chasing a legend, the treasure of Azure Cove. He never returned. Now Luca lived with his grandmother, Mama Ama, a wise old woman who knew the sea's moods and mysteries. "Child," she would say, her voice deep and calm, "the sea gives, but it also takes. Never chase what the ocean does not freely offer." But Luca's heart could not rest. Every night he dreamed of his father and the treasure that swallowed him. One evening, as lightning flashed across the sky and the winds howled, Luca saw something unusual near the shore, a flicker of silver light moving in the waves. He ran down to the beach, his feet sinking in wet sand. There, tangled in a fisherman's net, was a mermaid. Her tail shimmered like moonlight on water, her hair flowing like dark seaweed. She struggled, gasping for breath. Without thinking, Luca grabbed his father's old knife and cut the net loose. The mermaid's tail slipped free, and she turned to him with eyes like emeralds glowing under the storm. "You have a kind heart, young one," she said softly, her voice like a song carried by the wind. "The sea remembers kindness." She raised her hand, and in it appeared a glowing seashell. It pulsed with blue light, like a living heart. "When the moon is full," the mermaid whispered, "hold this shell to the sea, and it will show you the path to what you truly seek." Then, before Luca could speak, she dived into the waves and vanished. Days passed, and Luca could not stop thinking about the mermaid's words. When the full moon rose over the ocean, painting the water silver, he crept down to the shore with the glowing shell in his hand. As he lifted it toward the sea, a beam of blue light shot from it, spreading across the waves like a living map. It shimmered and shifted, forming a trail that stretched far into the open ocean. Luca's heart raced. He packed his small wooden boat with food, water, and his father's compass. "This time," he said softly, "I'll find it." The tide carried him out under the moon's glow as the shell's light guided him through the night. For 2 days, Luca followed the glowing path. The sea grew strange, silent, then whispering. Fish with golden scales swam beside his boat, and sometimes he heard laughter carried by the waves. On the 3rd day, dark clouds gathered again. The shell's light dimmed, and the sea began to churn. Luca gripped his oar as a voice echoed from beneath the water. "Turn back, child of the shore. The deep keeps what it claims." But Luca shook his head. "I came for my father." A powerful wave struck the boat, and Luca was thrown into the sea. He sank deeper and deeper until everything went dark. Then suddenly the water began to glow. He opened his eyes to see an underwater cave filled with light and treasures, golden coins, coral thrones, and jeweled crowns glimmering all around. In the middle of the cave stood the mermaid, Nerisa. Her face was calm but serious. "You found the treasure," she said, "but what do you truly seek, Luca?" Before he could answer, a deep, echoing voice filled the cave, the voice of the ocean spirit. "Many come here for gold," the voice thundered, "but your heart carries another desire." "Speak, child of the waves," Luca's voice trembled. "I want my father. I want to know why he never came back." The waters shimmered, and before him appeared a glowing image, his father standing beside Nerisa, smiling. Nerisa whispered, "Your father came here long ago. He found this same treasure, but he chose not to take it. He offered his spirit to guard the sea and its secrets. His love became part of the ocean that protects your village. Luca's eyes filled with tears. So he didn't die? He lives in every wave that touches your shore, the mermaid said. The treasure began to fade, leaving behind a single pearl shining with soft white light. Take this, Nerisa said. It is your father's blessing, courage, and love, the true treasures of the sea. Luca awoke on the shore at dawn, the pearl still glowing in his palm. His boat was beside him, undamaged, as if the ocean had carried him home. Mama Ama ran to him, tears of relief on her cheeks. Child, the sea could have taken you. Luca smiled and placed the pearl in her hand. It brought me back instead. Nana, I found him. She looked at the glowing pearl and nodded slowly. Then the sea has forgiven your search. From that day, Luca never chased treasure again. Instead, he became a storyteller, sharing the tale of the mermaid's map and the lesson his father had taught through the waves, that the greatest treasures are not gold or silver, but love, courage, and the wisdom to listen to the sea. Narrator, gentle poetic tone. The sea keeps its secrets. It remembers every kindness, every promise, every heart that listens. And sometimes, when the moon is bright, the sea still sings of a boy who found his father's treasure beneath the waves.